Hello, Libra. Welcome to August 2019. I want to go ahead and do your reading. I hope everything's going well. I hope you're enjoying summertime. Show me energy present for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in regard to love and relationships, and whatever else needs to come through for the sign of Libra. August 2019, please. For the sign of Libra, August 2019, please show me the sign of Libra. First card out of the deck, you have Judgment, Libra. I'm going to do a Celtic cross here. So that's the main energy of what's going on right now. Now you have the Four of Swords as the obstacle. So the Four of Swords, Judgment and the Four of Swords. So Judgment in itself talks about the potential for reconciliations. It talks about needing to use better judgment. Where could you use your judgment wisely? It may be a situation where you've been dealing with somebody who has been deceptive in certain ways and you're needing to take a break or take a time out to heal and regenerate, to do some deep consideration in regard to seeing if you want to be part of the situation any longer. The root of the energy, the root of the reading. So the Three of Wands. So you're going after what you want, or you're hoping to want. This may have been a situation where you thought it was what you wanted, but it ended up not being so. Either way, the Three of Wands is talking about patience. It's talking about patience in regard to what you actually do want in life and having it come to you, allowing things to come to you in the time frame that they take shape in. You know, you can't control something to be a certain way, you know. The Four of Wands also can talk about energies where we are basically, we block ourselves off from people. Sometimes we wall ourselves away. Sometimes we just take time and, you know, don't communicate with people for a long time. Show me the recent past or the past in this situation. So you have the Tower. Okay. So the Tower is essentially an energy where we are kind of, everything is in upheaval. There's a big shakedown in regard to things. It can talk about a relationship coming to an end abruptly, or a situation in a relationship abruptly happening. In the present energy. So you have the Hierophant coming out in half and half. Taurus energy. The Hierophant is a card that, it's interesting. It's not just about commitment. It is a card that deals with, therapists, clergymen, priests. It deals with institutions, schools, universities, corporate situations. You know, it talks about society and the way that we are raised and the traditions that we have in regard to religion. And, you know, oh, Mary Sue, did you hear she's dating one of those black people? You know, it's that like really small-minded thinking sometimes in a certain way. There's nothing wrong with like interracial, people are people, human beings are human beings. Like, fuck yourself, go fuck yourself if you think you're better than somebody just because your skin is a certain color or whatever, whatever it is. But I digress. I'm getting a little bit heated here because I don't subscribe to that way of thinking. Like, I don't believe in that bullshit. It's social constructs that make no sense. I recently heard something that was just like, I loved it. I laughed out loud. It was, tradition is just peer pressure from dead people. And that makes total sense to me. Like, this is all about tradition. It can talk about commitments, but here I don't really see much of a commitment happening. I see a lot of chaos, you know. I do want to mention too, the Hierophant can also talk about counseling. Sometimes we need counseling to get out of dark places, Libra. And I would say be open to that if that's something that you think you need. There's nothing wrong with it. I know a lot of people have aversions to counseling because they think they're crazy. It's not the case. I think I said a lot of this in actually Aquarius's reading as well. Six of Wands coming up in the near future. So that's good. That's positivity. It's being recognized for your efforts, your talents, being seen, having good communication, moving forward in positivity. I feel that that's actually at the, okay, yeah, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Cups. So this is kind of what I'm feeling. It's like somebody is emerging from their cocoon, emerging from their shell where they've walled themselves off because of whatever pain they've been dealing with. And they're now going towards what they want. It's receiving accolades, being recognized for your efforts. Overall, though, it is positive movement in the right direction. All right, show me Libra's internal situation. Where are you internally or emotionally? What's going on internally, emotionally? What are you feeling? What's in the thought process? What's going on internally, emotionally for Libra? So you have you and the Nine of Wands. You've got Justice and the Nine of Wands. So these two energies are interesting. The Nine of Wands essentially is talking about creating boundaries. Yeah, it can talk about, being defensive, but I think when you go through whatever you've gone through here, and we'll clarify a little bit more, but whenever you go through something like this, it's important to learn from it, and it's important to create boundaries from things so you don't have to experience them over and over. I want to show you this card here. Look at his face. He's like looking to the past. She is also looking to the past. That's your card, Libra. Justice is Libra's card. At the bottom of the deck too, you have the Queen of Wands. So this is energy where we are moving successfully in our lives. It's almost like a veil has been lifted and things are moving. If you're not receiving justice or correct treatment from somebody from your past, could be a Taurus, or a Scorpio, you're giving it to yourself, and you have every right to be defensive. You have every right to have boundaries and barriers up because, well, why wouldn't you? We learn that way, especially when we've learned from a bunch of bullshit. All right, what's coming towards Libra? Who or what situation is coming towards Libra? Okay. So you have the Nine of Cups. So this is emotional satisfaction. It's feeling better. It's being around people. And you have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It's being around people that are of like mind. They feel easy to be with. They're emotionally fluid. They feel good to be around. It can also talk about overeating and overindulgence, but it feels like you're going towards people that actually feel good for you. And for the Queen of Cups to be popping up at the bottom of the deck, she talks about emotional healing. She talks about being in connection to oneself. She talks about somebody who's a nurturer, who's a love, who is genuinely caring and wants to make sure that everybody in her situation is okay. Sometimes, when we need that, we could be going to a family member or somebody that we trust to feel good about ourselves. We're not to feel good about ourselves, but somebody who we trust that we can be ourselves around, who we can let loose, who we can be real with. If you are needing to go to, I know this is what's coming towards you, but it can also be what you're going towards, You could also be potentially getting involved in the future with a water sign that actually makes sense for you in your life, that you can be happy with. Show me hopes, fears, worries, concerns. But either way, this combination here in regard to all of this, it feels very much like if you need to take some time, be with people who care about you, be with people who are genuinely in your corner and give a shit about you. They know you, you know them, and you love each other. Doesn't have to be romantic, just somebody who loves you genuinely. You may need that energy in your life at this time. Show me hopes, fears, worries, concerns for Libra. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. So in regard to the Queen of Pentacles, she is somebody who is essentially very diligent. She makes sure that everything in her life is the way that she likes it. She craves stability. She is a caregiver, a nurturer as well. She is an entrepreneur. She takes nothing and makes it into amazing things. You know, she's very crafty. She's a gardener. She's somebody who improves her home. She's, you know, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You know, that's that energy. You may just be dealing with one of those people, but either way, if this is hopes, fears, worries, concerns, this may be a concern for your own stability. This may be a concern for what, as far as you're dealing with, as in regard to longevity in your life, you know, your pocketbook, the money that's in your pocketbook, you know, what is in your bank account? How can you make more of it? How can you be involved with people who actually make sense in your life? How do you heal yourself from a situation where things have kind of gone awry? You know, some of you also may have lost your home in the past to whatever situation you've been dealing with. You've come out of that. Some of you may not be dealing with the person at all. It may be a situation where, you know, you may have been blowing money or not saved the right way, or been kind of taken over by somebody, as far as like had the wool pulled over your eyes, and it may have costed you your living situation. And you may be needing to seek aid in regard to that. I'm picking up a lot of things here. But I think the biggest thing is to make sure to have patience and continue to endure. Yeah, be very conscious of the things that you get involved in the future. I definitely think so. You know, whether that be with landlords that are liars, or, you know, blowing your money, or if you've been dealing with somebody who's been dishonest with you, you know, you're emerging here. Things are happening. They're moving. They're coming to a new beginning. Show me the outcome for Libra. So you have the King of Pentacles now. Interesting, King, Queen of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles himself is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, is also somebody who's incredibly stable. You may end up meeting a King of Pentacles. So this may be a situation where it's the Queen here. It's like you're having a hard time getting to that stability where you can feel comfortable again in your life, but the outcome is the King. So you either get that way and you attain that ease and, you know, stability, or you may end up meeting a King of Pentacles, an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, who is easy to deal with here. I mean, you both have a lot of the same traditions. Here we have the Hierophant here. We have traditions, we have connections, we have people who want the same thing. So in regard to that, that may be where that comes in the future. All right, so let's clarify. What's the energy between the King and Queen? You have the Six of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So this energy is basically passionate connection and getting the hell away from things that do not make sense. And that's one big marker between the King and Queen of Pentacles. They don't deal with things, or they don't invest in things that aren't going to be long-lived. They're not somebody who's like, oh, well, maybe we could go here or there. Like, maybe we should just blow our money and do this fun thing. You know, it's like they're very meticulous in the way that they plan everything. They're thought out. They plan with longevity. And fortunately, it seems like there's a fair amount of attraction, passion, and potentially good sex here. But you have to also move away from whatever this previous situation was. Show me the Hierophant. So for the Hierophant, you have the Three of Pentacles. So now I feel that this is the future energy. I feel that this is getting involved with somebody now who's going to be better for you. It's leaving a situation that's been frustrating and ending up with somebody who actually matches, who fits what you want. The Three of Pentacles talks about dating. It talks about two people who see the potential in each other and they think, okay, well, maybe this could work. Let's work on it. That's the King and Queen of Pentacles. They're very engaged in the things that they think are going to be, you know, long lasting in their lives, things that are going to yield dividends, make sense in their life. They want things that are commitments. The Hierophant and the Three of Pentacles is a huge commitment energy. I feel that now we're going to go in and out of the past and the future energy, it feels like, but it feels like this is the future energy between the two of you. Show me Judgment. So for Judgment, you have the High Priestess in reverse. Whatever this was in the past that you've been dealing with, the information was not given to you. It was made secret. Somehow you found out about it, though. It's caused you to be, the necessity to be within yourself, the necessity to take some time. But it's information that's come out now, and I think that that's freeing. Show me the Four of Swords here. You have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is essentially an energy that is slow moving. It is getting towards something that makes sense. I do want to mention that the Hierophant is at the bottom of the deck. So this is essentially, you've taken time away from something, or that's been the obstacle to do so. But I feel here you've done it. You end up doing it, and it starts to move forward in a very positive way. The Page of Pentacles, aside from a child or a younger person, oftentimes somebody under 30, the Page of Pentacles is the offering of a new beginning. It's communication of a new beginning, the bare essentials of that. And it gives you the idea of what's to come. And it's also people planning to have children as well. This is the Queen and King of Pentacles. They plan everything. Like, they're very diligent in regard to how they deal with life. I'm not saying every single earth sign is like that, but they're pretty like that. Okay, show me the Three of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. So whatever this thing is that you've been waiting for or needing to wait for, you've evaluated. You have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You've evaluated this, and I think in a certain way you've turned your back on something that you previously felt was for you, whether it be with feels Scorpio energy very heavily in this reading. Taurus is here too. Scorpio energy is very heavily present here. It's like you're turning your back on a situation because it doesn't provide you longevity, and you end up in a situation with somebody who actually does make sense in your life. It's like you trade one thing for the other, but the other is excellent. It's what you end up wanting from this, but you get it in a different way in a different person. Show me the Tower. Show me the Tower for Libra. So the Tower, you have the Ten of Cups. Again, I feel that this is energy. At the bottom of the deck, the Tower. I feel that this is energy moving into the future. It's like you rebuild your life. Things start to rebuild. Things start to manifest in healthy ways. Things change in a really beautiful way. Show me the Six of Wands, and then we will get into the Cups cards. All right, I had some fall, hun. So, okay, interesting. So I want to say this immediately because this is on the bottom of the deck, and I'll get into the four cards that popped out. You have the Three of Wands here, okay? You have the Three of Wands here. Now, this is energy coming back from the past, even though I know that this is the future energy. What you were dealing with, what you're conquering, moving away from. You have the Death card, Scorpio energy, the Devil, Knight of Wands, Five of Swords. That is not a cool combination at all. Okay, so you've got Scorpio, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It doesn't have to be any of those signs, but the essential energy here is you're gaining a fair amount of victory and insight in regard to moving away from this energy that you were dealing with. You were dealing with somebody who was in and out, who was toxic, who was more of a player, somebody who would manipulate. It's a transformation entirely from all of that. Wow, Libra. Very, very, very good. I mean, really good. Like, I don't mean to sound patronizing, but like very good. Like everything is changing. it's changing for the best, but you had to like cut whatever dead weight was from the past. All right, show me the connection between the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So you have the Six of Wands. It's coming out in reverse. I feel that it's upright though, but we'll just read it both ways. In reverse, sometimes I honestly feel it's upright, but it's talking about not receiving, the, accolades that you require or deserve. It talks about not having fairness, not communicating well. Upright, again, it's just a reiteration of this card that we just went over. I feel that this is supposed to be upright, to be quite honest with you. That's my gut feeling. A lot of the times I'll leave them in reverse or sideways, but this feels like it should be upright. It's just what's coming towards you is also, this could be delays in regard to this. So you have to deal with this first, and then you end up in something that's very positive. That's the only thing. It's the only thing that I could actually feel in regard to this being in reverse. But it ends up going really positively for you. Either with a water sign. It's like you may have been with a water sign, but you might end up being with a water sign or somebody with earth heavily in their chart or an earth sign. Show me the connection between the Nine of Wands and the Justice card. Yeah, man. Yeah. You gotta fucking walk away from shit. When you walk away, you go towards your commitment. You go towards the potential to have commitment with somebody who values you, who cares. Interesting. So underneath that, we have the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Emperor, and you have the King of Cups, and the Six of Cups. It's maybe somebody that you eventually will have children with. It could be somebody that you know from your past, and I don't think it's this person. I don't. If it is somebody coming from your past and you've dealt with a frustrating situation with them, sometimes people change. That's another energy about retrograde season. We are in retrograde season still. I thought it was over, but I'm not an astrologer. I don't know these things. But yeah, it feels like the things that you're going towards are going to be very beneficial, Libra. Long-lasting, but also abundant, especially in the coin department. It feels like you are excelling into a new way of being and understanding things, and it feels actually really quite good. It's just about getting over some frustration that you previously may have experienced. Okay, your card fell on the floor. Oh man. And a couple of other cards fell on the floor too. Interesting. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's do this. Bottom of the deck. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Again, I feel that this is this person or this situation that you may have been dealing with from the past. You need to get, I don't want to say you need to get over it, but eventually you will be able to get over it, and it's going to lead into something very beautiful. So I'm going to leave that there. And then the cards that fell out. You deserve love. You are lovable. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And the last card, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Kind of what we've been talking about this entire time, Libra. I feel that there's been some very heavy connection. Even if this person from your past isn't in your life anymore, it's like there's a deep connection to the past that seems to be kind of stunting you or just getting in the way of your progression. It needs to be let go of because it feels like something really beautiful is happening here, or the potential for something very long lasting is about to happen. And it feels good. It feels good. So on that note, I'll pull one of these herbal cards. I just got these the other day. I like them. I think they're pretty. Give me some advice for Libra. Give me some advice for Libra. Wow. Wow. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, you have the Wheel of Fortune. And I'm not shitting you. Look who popped out. The King and Queen of Swords. You've got the King and Queen of Pentacles. At the bottom of one of the decks, there was the King of Cups. Over here's the Queen of Cups. And now you have the King and Queen of Air. So King and Queen of Swords. This is the energy that I'm feeling between you. So you have two people that are, with the King and Queen of Swords, you have energies where you can communicate to each other. You are effective in your communication. You are level-headed. There's a symbiotic flow between the two of you. With the King and Queen of Cups, you have a couple that is emotionally solid. They know each other in and out. They feel each other's energy. They can, know what the other's thinking and feeling without even communicating sometimes. Doesn't mean they're a mind reader, but it does mean a person that you're very connected to. And it's just like this symbiotic flow. And then finally, the King and Queen of Pentacles. This is energy where you're basically in a relationship that's entirely stable. You're both working towards the same things. You both want commitment. You both want longevity in your relationship. And it leads to something that's potential in regard to where in the past you thought that you thought the thing that you were experiencing was what you wanted, and it ended up being shaken apart, only to leave you with a wonderful blessing, the Ten of Cups. It's like the frustration and pain, it corrects itself. It corrects itself. This is a beautiful reading. Whomever this is for, I really wish you wonderful things in your life. I really do wish you wonderful things in your life. This feels very, very positive, incredibly lovely. You have to drown in a little shit until you find a diamond. I don't know. That just came out. I don't even think that that's a term, but yeah, you will find your diamond. It feels like very much Libra. It feels like the connection here between you and the person that you're going to be dealing with in the future is solid on many levels. All right, Libra. I love you guys. I'm dating a Libra. I'm in a relationship with a Libra. I love a Libra. Anyways, I'm going to shut up and I will let you guys go. I hope everything's going well. Yeah, if this is your reading, so much beautiful luck to you. I love you guys. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you choose to, there's a link in the description box below for donation's sake. And I will be back in a few weeks with your mid-August reading. All right, Libra, good luck. Take care. Bye-bye.